So the time has finally arrived. I have to say this is probably my most requested YouTube video yet. Without a doubt, a couple times a week, someone is commenting and asking me to do a video on how to organize all of your files for your print-on-demand business. So for Vicky and everyone else who's ever requested it, this one is for you. And if you're newer to my channel, then welcome. My name is Cassie Johnson. I'm a full-time Etsy seller and now Etsy business coach. And I do love to answer all of the questions in my comments to my YouTube videos. I really do try to get to everybody, which has made for some really interesting conversations. And we've gone over a ton of great information in the comments of all my YouTube videos. So if you're going back and watching a lot of my old stuff, don't skip the comment section because there is a lot of value down there as well. And if you have been getting value from my videos, then please go ahead and subscribe now, like this video or comment, since I do really appreciate all the support and all of you for watching. So let's go ahead and jump in and I'll show you my best suggestions on organizing your print-on-demand business. I know there's so much to learn when you're just starting to sell print on demand for the first time, and how to organize your files just feels like one more overwhelming task to figure out and go find things. So I'm just going to jump into my computer and show you what I think would be the simplest way to keep everything simple, organized, easy to find, and easy to set up. So my best recommendation for organizing your business is to actually use Google Drive. You could replicate what I'm about to show you just within files on your computer if you'd rather, but having all of your files backed up on the internet will make it super easy to access your files if something ever happened to your computer, if you were ever on your phone and needed something really quickly, or if you ever hired someone to help you with your business. All of the files are easily accessible to anyone that you share them with. So I went ahead and made a new folder and named it Print on Demand. You can name this anything you like, but this is just going to be the larger folder, and then I'm going to show you what smaller folders I'd make underneath of those and what I'd go ahead and put in it. So to make a new file, you can just click New and say Make a New Folder. So I'd make some new folders within the Print on Demand. The first one I'd make would be for designs. So this is going to be all of the designs that you make going forward. You're just going to go ahead and save in your designs folder. That way if you ever needed anything, you can just jump in there and search for them. The next folder that I would make would actually be graphics. So this is the one that you'll probably end up using the most. So as you're downloading graphics or purchasing graphics and you want to keep these all organized to be able to use them more next year, you'll have a great place to put them. So when you go into these folders, I'd probably also make some subfolders. So going into graphics, let's say I'm designing right now for Halloween. So I'll make a Halloween graphics folder. That way when next Halloween comes, I can just go to the graphics that I've already downloaded in the past and have the rights to use, and really quickly and easily have some great graphics to use for next year and won't have to do quite as much hunting. So let me show you what this would actually look like in practice. Let's say you are designing for Halloween. You can go to a website like, say, Creative Fabrica. If you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know that is a big favorite website for me to get graphics from. Again, that is creativefabrica.com, and there is a trial in the description below. It's only $1 for your first month, and you get to download great graphics like this. So let's say you're wanting to make a big graphic bundle with lots of different graphics within it. You can go ahead and find a graphic set much like this one and go ahead and click Download. So now you're going to come over to the Google Drive folder that you just made for Halloween, and you'll go ahead and open this up. So then you would actually open your downloads, open up the illustrations. You want the PNG files, that way it is the transparent background, and now you have all these little tiny designs. So you can go ahead and highlight all of them, and then you can just drag them into your Google Drive. And this is going to put all of these within this folder, so that way you just have a nice big graphic set that you can make one of those nice graphic collages with, like you see really popular on Etsy. So if you just stay on top of it and upload things that you want to keep track of and keep stored in your computer as you're downloading them, that's going to make this process so much simpler. But going back to the beginning, there's a couple other folders that I'd recommend having as well. And one of them is going to be your mockups folder. So this is going to be for your blank mockups. So as you're buying new mockups for your images, and if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, that is a picture that you purchase of a blank t-shirt that you then actually add your design on top of to pretend like that design is already printed on the shirt. So I go on Etsy and shop for, say, 3001 mockup. I look through all of the results and buy the prettiest ones that I can find, and you do want to store these somewhere in case you need them again in the future. So within my mockups folder, I'd make a few different folders. Any type of product you're selling, so let's say the Bella 3001 shirt, for instance. Make a folder for the 𝗗𝗜𝗦 18000 is the sweatshirts that I like selling, and so on. And then within those respective folders, I'd make some more subfolders. So for instance, maybe I'll have one for black shirts. I'll make another one for white shirts, and so on. That way, when you're looking for different mockups, everything is exactly where it needs to be, especially if you're buying tons of mockups like I do. I may have a problem. Then you can really just easily go only to exactly what type of mockup you need. You can also make mockup folders for group mockups. So if you're doing bachelorette party shirts or family shirts or couple shirts, then you can just really quickly and easily come to the group mockups folder and grab whichever ones you need right from there. The last folder I'd make in your Google Drive is going to be for any receipts, because it is important to track the expenses with your business and save your business receipts. That way, if you ever get audited down the line, you have a quick, easy place that you have all of this information stored, and it wouldn't be much of a problem at all. I would also recommend making folders by year within the folder. So maybe you do 2022, 2023, that way everything is nice and organized. I would also recommend tracking all of your expenses in some more formal way as well, because I do think it is really important to understand how much money you have going out and how much money you have coming in each and every month. That way you're not bleeding money without knowing it. So tracking your income and your expenses monthly is something I would very much suggest. For instance, this is my income and expense report that I made and have for sale in the description if you're interested, where you can actually put in how many fees you paid, how much you paid on advertising, what you paid for mock-ups, what you paid your print company, any other expenses you might have, and then this will give you your total profit that you have for your business for the month. I also have a built-in profit calculator, so you can see if you sold a shirt for $23.99, what your cost is, what it would actually give you in profit after all of the Etsy fees. So all of that is built into this Excel document that you just quickly download once you purchase it, and then you can actually update any of the transaction fees if there ever were changes in the future in just one click. So again, that is available in the description below. So the last thing I want to have you notice is you'll see that there's something missing here that you might be wondering how to actually organize. And that's actually your mock-ups that you've saved your design on top of. And I'm going to tell you right now that I don't recommend saving your mock-ups that are pre-made with the design on top of them. I actually would recommend deleting those, because you're going to spend a ton of time and a ton of money storing those forever, when in reality I've only ever needed these again maybe one time. So as you make your mock-ups, I would actually then go ahead and delete them, and you can always quickly remake these if you ever needed to in the future. So what is storing your files going to cost you with Google Drive? Well, you do get some amount of free storage with your Google Drive account. So you get 15 gigabytes for free. And then as you fill that up, you can go ahead and upgrade to the $2 per month plan. Then as you fill that up, you can then upgrade to the $3 per month plan, all the way up to 2 terabytes. So 2 terabytes should be more than enough to store all of your designs for years to come, and that is only for $10 per month. But what's great is you don't have to upgrade to that until you fill up your storage in these smaller plans, so you don't have to start paying $10 per month until well more later down the line. I really hope this tutorial was helpful for you and can help just take one more thing off your plate and make it simple and easy for you to just get started and get moving with your business. If I could give you any advice, it would be to not overthink everything. I know in the beginning of your print-on-demand business, this feels like so much. There's so much to learn, there's so much to do, but just try and keep in mind what is actually important and what actually makes you money. And what actually makes you money in your print-on-demand business is doing research on what's selling now, making your own unique versions of that, and getting it up for sale. Try not to spend too many hours per week doing things like organizing and worrying about the little things like why you're getting favorites and not sales, because none of that is going to make you money and it's just going to bog you down. So try to just stay positive and stay focused, and trust me, you can do this. I really do promise. I've seen so many people from every walk of life become successful with this business. So don't let anything hold you back. Keep moving and you're going to do great. Thank you so much for staying until the end of this video, and you have a great day.